Good morning, students. So, let's continue with the importance of coordination. So, what is coordination that we understood in the last class? So, the coordination is the binding force that binds or that cooperates the all departments, all levels of management, all employees, all subordinates with their superiors, with each other to get the work done properly, effectively, and efficiently for the organization to get the successful attainment of the goal. Okay, so there are some of the importance of the coordination, which lies that the efforts of the individuals are being integrated with each other, so the management, despite of all the differences of all the employees, rather have to bring them together under a one umbrella. Okay, so let's continue with the importance of importance of coordination. So first point comes here, growth in size. Okay, so the as the organization grows in bigger size, so the number of employee will also get increased, isn't it? So the production, the purchase, everything will go in a vast. Okay, so everything will get increased, so there will be a differ in the habits of work, background, their situation, their relationship with each other, etc. So it becomes necessary that all the individuals should grow up their mind and should grow up in their work also, and it is the duty of the manager or the duty of the top level management to bring a proper coordination, so that it cannot hamper the size of the organization, rather it can help the organization to grow up. Okay, now let's come in the next point, the functional differentiation. So the whole organization is divided into the various departments, the various divisions under the divisions, departments under the departments. So the various departments, divisions, there are various people that are working with their different works, so they have their own style of work, isn't it? So to bring the whole work in a one point, so it is what the example of the proper coordination. So everyone's style of doing work is different, but still there should be a one goal, that whatever however you are doing, you should maintain a harmony, and side by side you should maintain the proper goal of the organization. Okay, now see, if there are any kind of conflict that arise in the organization because of the rigid behavior or the rigid rules or the any other barriers, so the department, they should sort out the problem. They should be interdependent with each other, and they should work out properly, so that they are focused on the attainment of the common organizational goal. Okay, so this is what the points are lingering around each other, that finally, after all the organization, they want their employee to work together, work cooperatively, so that they can get their attainment of the goals. Okay, so now see the third one, specialization. So what happens here? Now see, in this modern world, this global village, so there lies a specialized employees, isn't it? So each and every employees, they have the proper specialization while working. So if they are having a proper specialization, so one employee is specialized in his area, another employee, he is also the specialized in the same area. So there may feel a proper, they may not feel comfortable to discuss about the same thing with each other, because they may have the ego problem, or that they are specialized in their own area and they may not take the advice in a proper way, or they are maybe they are not comfortable, they may have the ego problem, or there may, and as a result there may lie the conflict among them, maybe a cold war type. Okay, so what happens, so at that time, so to avoid such of the specializational problem, the ego problem, or such thing, that they should properly focus on the coordination, so that the interest of the organization should not harm in any way. Okay, so with this we are completing this coordination part. Then comes your management in the 21st century. So management, earlier it was just a uh, local market within the state or within the country. Now and after 1991, after the opening of the LPG policy, the whole world has no, sorry, the India became, so India became open to the other global countries. So and then it became as a, so slowly the whole world has opened up with their business, and ultimately the world has become a single global village. So the scope of international and intercultural relationship are growing nowadays, expanding. And why, see, suppose the Japanese company, it's being established in India, so the Japanese people will come to India to have a proper look over or control over their companies. So there is a uh, mix and match of the employees or the people, that Indians are going to UK or the Japanese are coming to India. So there are the sorry, the mixing up of the cultures, religions, then languages, etc. So despite of all the things, the whole world is working for their own countries, and moreover with the profit motive to serve the customers, to attract the more customers and to get the proper work done. And their attainment of the goal is kept to be the proper objective. Okay, so here we are finishing the first chapter. So if there is any query, please do ask me. I'm telling you once again. So thank you.